Okay, so what we're here going to do today is we're going to show you how to make this electronic piece here into IP68 waterproof. Now you notice this is all we need here. We need the product, of course. We need a tray to put all the screws in line, a little bowl to place it in, some gloves when you're working with it. This particular product we require the Phillips screwdriver only. We're going to do that, and some pair of tweezers just in case we have to pick something up somewhere. I don't know. Once we put it in there, we're going to use the NanoFlowX solution, which is protection for humidity, moisture, corrosion, salt, air, water, up into IP68. Non-flammable, non-corrosive, reworkable. This is in case you got to rework something, you can actually do that. Which is applied to boards, consumer electronics, motors, and such and everything else. And it's safe, literally, to work with. This is reusable, so that's why we have our filter there system. We'll just put it right back into the bowl, right from the bowl right back into there. When we put it, the solution is just a liquid dip bath. We're going to put it all in there. Of course, we wear some gloves when needed there. And then we're going to dry it with this heat gun, which I just use this little board to hold it up in place. So that's all we need at the moment. Let's go ahead and get started on working on this board right here, okay? So we'll put that side there. This particular one. Let's get this out of the way. Put this a little higher. And let's go ahead and take this apart here. Okay. Here we're going to place this in tray number 1. Just right here. Now these don't have as many screws. They're pretty simple. In this case here, I think we removed all the screws all around. We're going to go ahead and slide it out this way and remove the cover. And in here we notice there's 1, 2, 3, and I believe that's all the screws, just 3 screws. And we're going to go ahead and place them in tray number 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove these. Okay, this is where the tweezers come in handy. Now when working with the floor, this is actually padded, okay? It's not just a table, it's actually a padded table. And I just cover it with the sheet so I can just change sheets instead of ruining the padded bottom part of the table. Okay, still simple there. I don't see any other screws anywhere. We're gonna go ahead and lift this and slide it out this way. Simple as that. Here, we're gonna go ahead, put it in the bowl just like so. Okay. Next we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and do it there, and we're gonna use our drying table right after. We gotta put gloves on, just as they state. As you know, this is a real simple process here. There was nothing special about what we did. No special tools, equipment required, no machines, nothing. A glass bowl is always recommended. Never plastic. That's glass. And that's what we're going to kind of use. And then we're going to get the solution out here, okay? So the solution here, we're going to go ahead. We want to fill at least to that level. We want to submerge everything as much as possible. Okay, here you're just going to move it around. Move it around. Okay. Now here we literally submerge everything around, okay? So here we want to do this, and we just want to turn it over as well. As you see, it lays flat in there, so completely submerged. Well, now we're going to go ahead, pull it out at a 45 angle degree there, and making sure everything comes off. And then we want to switch it, give it a little shake there, okay? And then here we want to get this out of the way, and we want to kind of just put this here, as a dry, like that. Okay, this is where the heat comes in. I'm going to go ahead and remove my gloves so that way the heat does not melt these gloves on your skin. We're going to go ahead and apply some heat. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way, and I'll show you how to put that back in. So we want to get some good amount of heat, and we want to kind of do this to it. Never keep the heat concentrated in one area too long. You want to kind of just move it around, Never concentrate in one area, okay? Then you want to go to the back side. Okay. And we'll go to the front side again. And heat's okay. See, the heat is actually curing the solution on the board. That's literally what's happening. And go inside the components. Go ahead, turn this off. Now what you just witnessed here was we didn't mask anything off whatsoever. And the reason why is the formula is so thin, so small, that when you plug in devices here, it's still gonna allow the contact, the electricity, the power, the information, everything that goes through still freely. Now you can coat the opposite end and have both connections, and it still transfers the information. So that's what's unique. It's not a real thick formula where it's going to clog up even these what's known through other companies out there with the Ethernet, the little the strands. They get gummed, and they don't allow information to travel. And here we did no masking whatsoever, zero masking. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you just how strong this formula is right now here. So I got some water. Now this is already drying, and it should be pretty good. And as you notice here, you'll see some rainbow effect on here. I'll see if I can try to get you into the light. Do you see that rainbow effect? There it is, that rainbow. What's happening is that solution literally got inside and literally went through every single crevice that this board can go through. While this is drying right now, before we do a water test, we're going to go ahead and put this solution back into this formula here, okay? Back into the area. Now what I do basically is I get this and I pour it in here and literally just pour back in as well. And now you're ready to reuse another time. Okay? So let's give it a shot. Let's see what's happening. Let's see if it's nice and cool yet. Blow it a little bit. And some of that. Here's some simple water. Here's a water droplet. I'm going to turn some light on here. Okay. So we'll go here. Sorry about that. Now, this bead of water is literally floating, it seems like, on the board. And theoretically, it kind of is. See how nothing really stops it? It just kind of glides on it. Well, that's because this formula now has made this literally hydrophobic, the board. So water can't stick to it. That means nothing can stick to this board anymore. And it just moves around a lot freely. Now, this is amazing to see this actually. Let's go ahead. Get a nice close-up on that. And that's basically what's happening on the board. Falls right off. Now, we're going to go ahead and put this right back together. We're going to go ahead and start off with the process that we did. In this case here, it looks like it went... 1, 2, 3 here. Which we want to make sure that piece is gummed up in there, which is the marking of it. Yep. Okay, just like so. We're going to go ahead and get our pieces. And what we want to do, what we want to do is we don't want to tighten it so much so fast. So sometimes you got to get these new screwdrivers where they're magnetic, but you could always turn it upside down real quick. And I don't really tighten them fully yet until I'm ready to tighten them down completely, all of them. So in this case, I'm just going to go with that, upside down real fast. Oops. I really should have a magnetic screwdrivers, but it is possible these might not might be stainless steel, who knows. Okay, and then one more screwdriver, one more screw here for the inside. Slippery little guy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and now tighten these down. Okay. Okay, so these are now nice and tight down now. Now, we're going to go ahead and put the top back on. Lines up perfectly. 2 screws right here is needed. And these are very small little screws here. But they still fit the standard head, so this Phillips screwdriver. Go get a little snug. Next one. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing for this one here. And that's it. This is it. This is all you need. So now this board is literally technically 100% waterproofed. It is IP68. Now the one thing you notice, it does have a power source coming into this device somewhere here. And I do believe the power source is going through HDMI, sending the signal out. Now, if this was connected to, like, say, a 110 going to a wall outlet, you might need to protect that by putting some silicone in that area. But generally, this will last outside, sending signals from an inside cable box. Say the other version now is the opposite side. It's like 2 of these in a box. One will go to the TV outside. And now it can handle the outdoor environments, humidity, moisture, corrosion out there, the salt air. And these are great devices. But see how simple that and how fast that was? It was literally within minutes that I did it. This is not much of a big project, but I'll tell you what, the service to be able to provide this for many dealers in the United States is incredible. The amount of business you can do with this. So anyhow, this is Mike with H2o Block and also with NanoFlowX, which is a provider of the solution. They created a solution. This is the V2 solution, and there are other versions of them. There's V1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly a 6 only for the military application. But the solutions itself all have a different version, so it's not one does everything. This is a V2 solution for little electronics like this. So if you have any questions, go ahead and click on the information below in the video. I'd be happy to reach out to me and then help you get set up and to start your own business or do your own electronics into waterproofing. That amount of solution that we just did right now that pretty much coated was hardly nothing. I could probably do maybe like 200 of these versus in just one of that one solution, and it doesn't cost very much. So thank you for watching.